Yo, gang. So today I woke up this morning. I'm like, man, y'all know I rock with Lil Perk, bro. I was looking for a song because I know he got a lot of unreleases on here. So I'm like, all right, let me look for an unreleased because that's what I'm gonna react to today. And I came across this. This the first thing that like popped up. It was this and another one, and I'm like, what the hell? They down made a little documentary on bro or whatever. And I always say I hate that bro was with the shits because he's talented, man. When I first react to him, first heard him, I still gotta say it, I was the first person to react to Perk, bro. I'm like, little folks gonna be something. Just off his flow, how his voice, his tone, all that, bro. Then he came out with that I Be With P5. I'm like, oh yeah, it's over. It's over. He going crazy. And then he got popped out, bro. And I think they gave him 20 years. I don't know how much of that he got to do, but it just messed up, bro, because he was on his way and he young, bro. I ain't gonna do too much talking, man. This the beef that got Lil Perk 20 years, 5L versus YC. I don't know if this shit true. I'm not from Atlanta, bro. I just want to see what is being said by Stay Safe World putting this together, I believe. With all that being said, man, let's get into it and see what's to it.
Offered plea deals to 3 defendants in the deadly 17th Street shooting, a 15-year-old and a 12-year-old. Channel 2's Audrey Washington was the only reporter in court. She's live in the 17th Street Bridge now. That's in Midtown Atlanta. So Audrey, one victim's mother says she still doesn't think this deal goes far enough.
Right, understandably, as a grievance.
15 and 12 is just fucking bro. You ain't even seen too much of a percentage of life, bro. Like, for real.
Mother, no amount of prison time will ever be enough. As you know, where I'm standing right now along the 17th Street Bridge in Midtown Atlanta is where it all happened. This is where 2 boys were shot and killed, and today the people involved learned their fate.
I feel like the craziest thing that seems to be completely unique to rap music is people gaining a legitimate fan base, almost reaching the point where they could take off on a major scale just to crash out and get sentenced to decades in prison for a murder. Unfortunately, this seems like we have a sequel to TK with the 16-year-old rapper Lil Perk, who was just sentenced to 20 years in prison for an alleged shooting that happened outside the Atlantic Station.
So think about it. 3 kids lost, bro. 12, 15, 16, bro. They all lost, bro. And that shit sad. And what he just said, bro, is like, y'all get the stardom, the fame. But I get it. Y'all still be in the hood and y'all still be facing y'all problems and shit like that. But I just wish young niggas can stay inside, stay in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Don't go outside, bro, if you ain't making no money, you feel me?
Area of Midtown Atlanta. This incident shocked the city, took out one of the family members of one of the biggest rappers in the area, Ola Runt, and the story is absolutely insane with everything you could imagine in a rap-filled street war, from it all happening in 4K CCTV footage in a busy train station to a dude apparently tunneling into someone else's jail cell to confront another person responsible for the shooting, bruh. I swear, we gotta talk about the beef that got Lil Perk 20 years in prison and a whole lot of other damage to the Atlanta community. But before we do, man, I'm gonna need you to do something for me. Like, comment, subscribe. We're gonna run this up. Make sure you check out the merch link in the description at staysafeworld.com. Hit that notification.
Let's run it up. Let's do the same here, man. Like, comment, subscribe, all that type shit, man. I know y'all be having a lot of shit to say, bro.
Bell, so whenever I post, y'all just tune in right away. Man, let's get into this.
My name is Lulu LaFortune.
Yeah, I know y'all finna be like, no, this happened, this ain't happened. Y'all finna be like, free Perk. Y'all finna be like, whoa, whoa, bop, 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 bop. You know what I'm saying?
Homicide involving 2 kids who were in the Midtown space. And again, a senseless death involving a handgun. First, I'd like to offer my condolences to the family. Coming after Thanksgiving and headed to Christmas, the last thing that they should be prepared for is a funeral of their children.
On a fateful day in 2022, A group of young teens would walk through the Atlantic Station neighborhood in Midtown Atlanta, changing their futures forever. It seems being at the wrong place at the wrong time resulted in a 12-year-old and 15-year-old getting murked in one of the craziest gang-related shootings I've seen in a minute. In order to understand how it came to this though, we gotta go through some of the background of the beef between two gangs in the city, YC and 5L. Ola Runt, a buzzing rapper in Atlanta that could have reached superstardom if multiple arrests didn't hold back his career, and he was a top member in the 5L gang, an infamous street organization known for having beefs in the city with other top gangs like 4L and apparently a smaller gang based out in the west side of Atlanta called YC, or the Young Crew. Ola Runt is currently in prison getting arrested in a citywide sweep called Operation Phoenix.
The arrest of what's being called some of the most dangerous criminals operating in Atlanta.
Fox 5's Morris Diggs was there for the announcement and has the details.
A relationship that started Operation Phoenix. Stop the violence. To make a dent, local and federal authorities launched a coordinated attack called Operation Phoenix.
The bottom line is there are going to be consequences for committing violent crimes in Atlanta, and where we believe that it's necessary and warranted, we will do everything in our power to bring federal charges.
Is that how you, well, that's how it go anywhere, but, cause I'm in Georgia though, you know what I'm saying? I moved to Georgia and shit. And when I be like, do rad, I ain't saying I ran through nobody's hoods and shit, but when I'm riding through just Atlanta, just wherever I'm going, the way it be looking is like apartments, everything is like apartment complexy, you feel me? So, how did that shit just be working? Cause in Chicago, you know, everything is just blocks, you just ride down Nick Block, bro. They outside, boom, boom. Is niggas hitting a complex, bro? Or is it more like how this situation happened when y'all see each other is no talking. It's just up.
And here are a dozen of the men, not kids, who are in federal custody or are being sought.
But his little bro, Ola Cam, was still apparently repping 5L to the max. YC, the gang that Lil Perk and other smaller up-and-coming artists rep, pretty much have a reputation for beefing with almost anyone in the city, from Homicide Gang to 4L and even members of PFK, even though they were once closer to that group. Having that many beefs in the city obviously means you should move different, try to avoid public transportation and being out in the open in general. However, being so young, none of these kids have any cars or money for Uber apparently, so altercations at railway stations.
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't say they ain't got no money. He's about no money for Uber. But no, that's what I'm saying though. I get it at the same time, cause y'all still gotta live a regular life. Y'all ain't got that check yet. You ain't got that check that can get you away from all this shit, man. And that's just what I be hating. It's like you use rap to get up out this shit, but you still be in this shit sometimes, and people be on the outside probably looking in like, man, Perk got all this money, probably online flashing all this money and shit, but it's not enough. It's not enough to get him away. So your best bet is to stay put the fuck up. Stay put up. Don't be going to kick it. You trying to make it out. So you going studio, home, studio, home, studio, home. Because you want to make it to the crib. Perk could have been the breadwinner, bro. The breadwinner. He was going crazy. He's so fucking different. It makes me fucking mad that the shorties be happening to the shorties, bro.
Stations and places where they hang out and post up like car meets will make you an active target. And this is exactly where things went wrong and changed everyone's life for the worse, where things go left. On a cold evening at the end of November 25th, 2022, a group of teens were seen on a surveillance camera leaving the Atlantic Station area in a large group. They were apparently members of YC, pulling up to the area to pretty much just post up. They were just about to leave the area when they saw Cameron Jackson, aka Ola Cam, riding on a scooter in the area. A large fight broke out and then an apparent shootout ensued, with Cameron Jackson getting hit multiple times.
They could just stop there. They couldn't just stop at the fight, bro. This should have been so much different. They just stopped at the fight, then went home. It was like, we beat whoever ass type shit, bro. The guns ain't have to be drawn, bro. That's when shit be going just too far, bro.
And then an apparent shootout ensued, with Cameron Jackson getting hit multiple times. In the return fire, another teen who was just 12 years old, Zion Charles, was hit in the crossfire as well. Both of these succumbed to their injury soon after the shooting though, Apparently, the group of teens all split up into different directions and hopped on different trains. Footage shows the teens flashing gang signs all on separate trains soon after the shooting. Apparently, shortly after this time, Lil Perk apparently skipped town and posted that he was out in New York City. It soon became apparent though that he was going to get taken down for this shooting with the Atlantic Station shooting, basically making its ways on major news channels throughout the city. Going viral, the video footage of all of them sort of walking through. Shortly after, he was apprehended by police along with several others because of the very clear 4K evidence. The biggest lesson that someone can take away from this whole incident is that gang life is definitely not worth it, because it seems that even if you're associated with a gang in the city, pretty much nowhere is safe. On top of the fact that you gotta look over your shoulder every single place that you go. And apparently for some,
he ain't lying, bro. And then Perk tried to get the fuck up out of there, but if he wasn't on 4K, he was on TV bad as hell. Like, bro, there's no way that you was this New York, that them cameras fucked him. And he should have knew though, like, man, I'm in a public ass place where his cameras at. But yeah, gang like that shit fake, bro. Go get some fucking money. Stop all that gang activity shit. But once again, I get that too. You just be from this hood and you just automatically label that shit sometimes.
Even prison is not even safe. On May 17th, at the Rice Street Jail in Fulton County, a pretty much unthinkable incident happened that resulted in one of the members of YC, who was apparently responsible for the Atlantic Station shooting, to get stabbed in jail. It almost sounded like something out of Shawshank Redemption.
You're about to see right here, Thomas allegedly dug through the shower wall that led to...
How the fuck do this be happening, bro? I don't be what the fuck? He dug through that shit. How he even knew that? Well, I guess it's easy and simple to know what go to what room, bro. But how long did that shit take you, bro? Cause that shit different.
To Russell's cell. The stabbing led to a shakedown in the jail, and it turned up 7 items of contraband.
Well, according to the initial incident report, inmate Kavion Thomas managed to dig a hole through a shower wall, providing him access to an adjacent cell block where he launched an attack on a fellow inmate, Rodney Russell. Russell sustained superficial stab wounds to his upper body within the facility's dedicated medical unit following the assault. Law enforcement authorities conducted a thorough shakedown in both cell blocks, leading to the alarming discovery of several weapons. Among the confiscated items were makeshift shanks crafted from parts of a dilapidated building structure. These findings underscore the perilous conditions that persist within the Rice Street facility. On top of the fact, if I'm not mistaken, this is actually the same facility that an inmate got eaten alive by bed bugs. So on top of the fact that you have to fight gangs and other people in the city that definitely don't vibe with you at all, you gotta
stay out the streets, bro. In Atlanta, bro, I see the most hustling shorties ever. I done went to the club. Shorty's trying to sell me hats. Shorty's trying to sell me hoodies. I'm getting off the expressway. Shorty's trying to sell me water. They talking about Cash App, all type of shit, bro. All type of shit. And I don't know what they do after, you know what I'm saying? But I just be seeing them hustling, bro. I go and I see niggas just washing cars and shit. Like, this is a hustling ass city to me. You know what I'm saying? I just wish they'd go the hustler path legally, not illegally, not the gang route. Don't be having guns around your mama. Don't be disrespecting your mama. You know what I'm saying? Get some money and change your family life, bro. Cause this shit it's not gonna get you nowhere, bro. Who you know really making it? That shit fake. If you think they make it, that shit fake. It's not real. Nothing is real about street activities, bro.
Fight bed bugs, bro, to the point where they be eating people, man. You can't even believe this. But as the investigation progresses,
who wanna live like that? You know what I'm saying? Going to jail, just being in a dirty ass cell, hard ass fucking thing. Looking over your shoulders in the streets. Imagine how you got to look over your shoulders in jail. If you know you got option that bitch, you know that you done did something to somebody else or their family and shit. Motherfucker looking for you, bro.
The Fulton County Sheriff's Office has released a mugshot of Kavion Thomas to aid in public awareness. Additionally, they have provided photographs showcasing the hole that Thomas managed to dig through the wall, highlighting the compromised structural integrity of the facility. Finally, images of the weapons confiscated during the subsequent shakedown serve as a stark reminder of inherent dangers posed by the presence of such contraband within the jail. The guy, Kavion Thomas, was apparently a member of 5L who decided to take it upon himself and do his own form of revenge for the shooting. This event in itself shows that there's a constant cycle of violence going on in Atlanta, and it's not going to stop anytime soon. Part of the reason why is they're constantly at war over doing different retaliations for other retaliations, and it just ends up killing people. But this incident is wild because it didn't just kill a grown man, it killed multiple teenagers that were, some of them didn't even get to high school yet, man. It's honestly crazy to see that these parents are burying their kids at so young. Obviously, they didn't have the good amount of parental guidance because they were going and joining gangs. But you gotta admit that people like Ola Runt are definitely just as to blame as the people that pulled the trigger, because Ola Runt, making all this money in the music industry, should have taken the chance and, you know, been a positive example for the people around him. Obviously, he didn't have positive examples as well growing up because he joined a gang. But there's no reason for his little brother to have him join a gang as well, because he already was able to get money and get out of the streets. But unfortunately, it's the streets what took down.
I honestly don't know who bro is that he talking about, saying that he got money, bro. But once again, the check don't be as big as you think. Niggas don't know how to spend it properly and manage their money. You know what I'm saying? So, and to keep his little brother out the streets, if he was really, really in the streets, you feel me? Lil bro got his own man, you know what I'm saying? What if he did travel up? As I'm saying, everybody young. They don't see no problem with this shit. They scared to be told, like, oh, you changed and you fake now and all that type shit. Shit like that keep him in the streets and shit, bro.
Down all of them, which just shows that the streets are dead. There's no real point. Obviously, it's easier said than done, looking at the outside, looking in. But at the end of the day, it really makes no sense to be in the streets, because look at what is happening. You either end up in jail or you end up dead. And even if you get money and blow up in a rap career, you might just crash out as well, just like Ola Runt and Lil Perk. Currently, Lil Perk just got sentenced to 20 years in prison for this shooting and got charged with both deaths, even though he did not pull the trigger in the other death. Part of the reason why he was charged is because he was responsible because of the fact that someone else got hit up. Even though the other person who got hit up was in his crew, he was deemed as responsible for starting this altercation. It's honestly a wild scenario, and it's something that you would not expect.
Is the full clip on YouTube, like, from start to finish? Like, do you see them up in pose? Do you see them fighting? Or it's just them there and then they know that a shooting happened while they was there type shit?
Anyone that's that young to be a part of, someone that's not even 18 years old getting charged and convicted and sentenced to 20 years for a gruesome murder that was caught in 4K, and has to go to jail with grown men who are apparently tunneling through walls and stabbing people with pieces of a building, bro. It honestly sounds like hell. And this is a biggest message to kids and everyone everywhere, that the gang life is definitely not for anyone, because at the end of the day, look at what happens. And at the same time, we got people from multiple other gangs who have been dissing the deceased time and time and time again, basically carrying on the vicious cycle that is basically having everyone lose. But at the end of the day, it seems like the biggest losers were the people that went that day and were apparently riding the train and blatantly shooting people, man. But let me know in the comments what y'all think about this whole incident. Do you think that 5L is at fault? Or do you think that YC is at fault? Or do you think that this was just a big misunderstanding that could have been settled peacefully?
Alright, man, I'm gonna stop right there, bro. Stay out the streets, man. Figure out a way. I promise you it's other ways, bro. I don't know why people think black people, especially the youth, because that's when they always start, obviously, think this the only way. You really think the streets and basketball and rap is the only way, bro. It's not. It's other ways to make money. You can actually just go get a job, young nigga. I understand, bro. No, I don't want to work. But, bro, you will be safer from the ops, possibly the ops, and the police, bro. and the police. Like, the streets is a myth, bro. You not winning that shit. You not beating that shit. You just not. You can get that rap money, but it takes a certain amount of zeros to get that shit. And if you can move, if you do get something slight and you can afford to move and stop going to the fucking hood. That's just it. That's all. And I ain't talking about, but you ain't gotta go nowhere like, oh, I gotta move to LA. I'm from Georgia, I gotta move to LA. No, just move in a nicer part of Georgia where niggas don't know where you at and stay out that bullshit, cause you got fucking family to take care of, bro. What you think gonna happen if they lose you? You just hurting a lot of people, not just yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's just death on jail, or you just end up broke as hell. That's just it. That's just it, bro. I hate that all of them so young have to lose their life. I be hating that this war shit be going on, this beef shit, this gang shit, all this shit, man. Jail is definitely hell. Who wanna be thinking that somebody can car, like, you already like, shit, motherfucker might snake me from the back, but you gotta think like, damn, motherfucker might bust through the walls. That shit weird, bro. That shit different. I ain't even know like niggas really do that. I just thought that type of shit happened on movies. But yeah, I wish Perk ain't had to go down this route, bro. Y'all let me know what y'all think and catch me on that reaction.